Hello. I was sent on behalf of the Nocturnal Beast Help Service. I hope you don't mind the interruption, but I see you're struggling to go to sleep. Again. According to your file, it's been exactly 780 days since your last night of full sleep? That's a long time. You're unusually calm for someone who just had their house broken into. This is a real situation I have on my hands. Hang on, let me get my guidebook. Okay, have you tried different methods to help you fall asleep? Meditating? Reading? Limiting your screen time an hour before you go to sleep? Well, maybe leaving your phone far away from your bed so you aren't tempted to look at it when you're trying to sleep? I see. You're a tough case to crack. Oh, but don't worry, I'll be here to help you, whether that's with going to sleep or waiting for you to pass out from sleep exhaustion. Preferably from the first one. It'll look kind of bad on my record if you do the second one. Now, it's important to let go of muscle tension. Really important. Try closing your eyes. Yeah, like that. Alright, now I want you to take a deep, deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Do you feel a little better now? Have you let go of all of your tension? Is your need for physical touch still there? Good. Speaking of the need for physical touch, would you like some? You can lay your head on my lap, or you can come into my arms. I've been told my fluff is quite comfortable. Or I could always wrap you up in my wings. It's not as soft as a harpy's, more delicate, so if you move around in your sleep, it's best you don't sleep in my wings. Or anywhere near me. Moths are kind of fragile, you know? But they are comfortable. Almost like blankets. Blankets are nice. Now, do you want to rest your head on my lap, or should I start listing other ways that I could help you fall asleep? Maybe I could prepare you a lavender tea? Or a lavender scented stuff? It says here in the handbook that those help you humans get sleepy. Very well. Come here. You can rest your head on my lap just for a moment while I can list some more relaxing things I can think of. There's listening to those ASMR things. I never quite understood them, but I hear some humans find them relaxing from previous humans I've helped. Voices smoother than butter, or rain sounds to wash the day away. Soft, warm voices, or maybe more daring tales to fill your brain with something to dream about. Tales of possessive lovers, fights a couple may not heal from, a relationship that can never be, or perhaps a softer tale, a budding romance, a long-awaited confession between friends, or enemies if that's more your style. You all do seem to show a liking towards those tales. The idea of someone loving you not in spite of your faults, but maybe intrigued by them. To hate someone and then to fall for them, and the faults being the very thing that drew them in. Or that waiting, longing for the perfect moment to confess. That slow buildup over days, months, or even years between a couple destined to be. Or those couples forced together, arranged marriages. They argue every moment until they snap and confess their unavoidable attraction to one another, enjoying every moment they argue and battle one another with their sharp insults. What am I to say? I simply observe what helps humans fall asleep and listen to their tales. If this conversation is boring to you, I can read from my book, How to Make a Human Fall Asleep for Dummies. I've found it very helpful in my work, actually. It has all the best tips and tricks. How to help humans relax, what positions they find the most comfortable to sleep in, the perfect environment to rest, all those kinds of subjects. Well, it's a boring conversation you want. I can tell you information I've learned from my book. Let me think. Boring subjects to talk to a human about. From my book about humans relaxing. Okay, for example, a warm blanket, a weighted one, helps the human feel as though there's pressure on them, forcing them to stay in bed, sinking into their mattress. A feeling that may reflect on their emotional needs too. The urge to stay in bed and not sleep is powerful for humans, or so I hear. But then one might find it more comfortable in plushies or stuffed animals, large or small. But it never really is about the size, more about the comfort it brings. Whether it be in the form of an animal or a character, they hold away the loneliness in a way, even if just for a moment. The sense that they're not alone in this world or just in this room. Well, some humans do like being alone though. They prefer it actually. But no one can deny that sometimes the touch of another is all that you need. I'm glad this is helping you. Although, and don't tell my boss this, I suppose it wouldn't be too bad if you were not to fall asleep tonight. You could go to sleep during the day. Being nocturnal isn't too bad when you really think about it. You humans like the light, and well, soon you could come to replace the sun's light with the moon's light, which is just the sun's light reflecting off the moon if you think about it. You could have hundreds of stars in the sky all at once instead of just one. The sky is blue in both. One's just a much deeper shade. And it's not like you wouldn't be sleepless. You'd still be getting plenty of rest, or at least I hope. It would just be in the day rather than the night. It would make shopping in person a pain, but you could still do it. And it would get hard in the summertime with there being more daylight. Right, getting off track. Keep the conversation boring and easy to fall asleep to. That seems to have been working. Your breathing is steadied and your eyes are closed. You haven't been moving around as much on my lap. All of those are signs that you're ready to fall asleep, which means I'm doing my job well. Since you're ready to fall asleep, I suppose I should be off now. Oh, I almost forgot you were in my lap. This is a predicament. I need to make sure you fall asleep, so I guess I'll have to stay while you rest on me. I'm sure my boss won't mind since I'm technically doing my job. Alright, that settles it. I'll stay here while you sleep, watching over you. Follow that light, human. That light into your dreams, where endless possibilities await for you. Good night, and I'll be here while you finally get some sleep.